Welcome to episode number 115 of the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media and presented to you by our good friends over at SeatGeek. And boy, it's been a while since we said hello to one of our favorites around here from the Miami Marlins. Their stud shortstop. Sleeves are optional today for Miguel Rojas.
Optional because we're supporting the Miami Heat, baby. 1-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
Go.
Yep. So at the time we're taping, this is the day after they had that huge third quarter run on the Boston Celtics where Jimmy Butler just played his gourd off. That dude is unbelievable. So you're not one of those fake Miami fans. You told us this. You're kind of, well, yeah, you also love the Lakers because I know you're a big LeBron guy. So Heat, Lakers, where do we sit with this?
I know. I mean, my love for the Lakers, it goes back to Kobe and Shaq team, you know. That's what I used to love the Lakers. Now it's not anymore, you know, they're so far away. I'm not keeping up with basketball anymore that much. But I mean, I feel like a close relationship with the Heat now because I've been playing in Miami for such a long time. Whatever they've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years, you see the team. You don't see big names, but you see a team that plays with culture, and that's something that it kind of, you know, like got my attention. Udonis Haslem is there, you know, leading the charge, even when he's not playing every single day, a lot of minutes. You're seeing a start like on Tyler Hero, which is the best 6 man in the league. And then you got Butler and you got all the guys that complement a club. I feel like, I mean, that's why I'm a Heat fan now.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good. Like I watch them and they're not super sexy. Like they've only been sexy twice in the franchise's history, right? When Dwayne Wade and Shaq were together. Even when it was just Dwayne Wade, it's still as great a player as he was.
Right.
It just didn't have that feel. And then when LeBron came there, obviously with Wade and Bosh, those were the only 2 times where like nationally people paid attention to him. But man, if they make this finals for the second time in 3 years, you got to look at that squad and Eric Spoelstra and what he's done. And you're like, impressive.
No, the team have something really good going on. You can feel it and you can see it on the games and the things that they post on social media together, the workouts. I've been following Butler because I feel like he's an interesting player, you know, because he's a guy who actually is not gonna be flashy, but get the jobs done, man. And he likes the attention, he likes the pressure, and he wants to just, you know, like be the guy. And like 41 last night, I mean, that's huge.
Well, you know what? He's not for everybody. And it kind of gets to an interesting discussion because, you know, listen, he played great in Chicago and it felt like he wore out his welcome. Got traded to Minnesota, and that team was way too young for Jimmy Butler. Like, he looked around, was like, these guys have no idea what they're doing. And he basically said it. And then he got to Philly, and I thought, you know, if he could have stayed with Joel Embiid, I thought that would have been a perfect marriage. In fact, when they upended them in the Eastern Conference semis, Jimmy Butler's like, they picked Tobias Harris over me. And then even in Miami, you know, we saw earlier this year, he had a little issue with Spoelstra on the bench.
Yeah.
So he's not for everybody. But, you know, I'm sure you've played with guys who are great players, speak their mind, and sometimes as a teammate, you just got to deal with them, right?
Definitely. And I feel that's part of having a team, you know, not everybody's going to be on the same page. You're going to have a lot of different characters. In basketball, it's a little bit, I guess it's a little bit easier because there are less bodies there, you know, on the bench. And I mean, people have more like roles, you know, because you got the starting 5 and, you know, if you're a 6-man, you're going to be a 6-man. You're never going to stop working to be part of the starting 5. Yeah. You know, like that's going to be like the little controversial part. But at the end of the day, I'm playing on a sport where I'm dealing with maybe 25 other guys on the daily basis, plus all the changes that we got during the season when you have injuries and you got people getting called off from the minor leagues, and then you pick someone up from the Cubs or something like that, and then all of a sudden you have another character in the building, you know, and you just have to embrace a lot of different personalities, and people like him probably they're just gonna step up and speak their minds. That's why sports are so fantastic, and I feel like a lot of people don't even know what happening after, like before the game starts or after the games end. You know, that's when the real team chemistry is built on.
Is there a guy that you played with who was, you were like, oh, dude, it's a little much? I mean, it's okay to be that way because it always seems like there's guys out there.
Yeah, definitely. I play with the guys like Yasiel Puig. You know, I mean, he never was shy of telling what he was thinking, and that's something that I mean he was doing good, and he was the starting LA, and I mean he speak his mind. You know, and I play with him since he was in Double A, and he was the same kind of guy. That's why I don't like when I got to the big leagues and I got to play with him. I wasn't surprised because he was the same guy in Double A. You know, he speak his mind, he tell what he needs to tell to the people, and he plays the game hard. And like he was a different character, different personality. But you can really be mad because he have that personality. That's him, and you have to embrace it. I mean, other than that, I've been having teammates that I don't have the best relationship with, but at the end of the day, you don't have to like question them or judge them because they're like that because of a reason. And that's why you have to just embrace every kind of personality and trying to make them better. Like there's personalities out there that they're just like that because they want to be something. But how about if you sit down with them, talk to them, and ask them, hey, what are you thinking here? What are you thinking here? So when they tell you something, they probably not have any bad intentions. They probably think that's the right way to do it. That's why a veteran player is important in the clubhouse. So you can talk to them and actually express your opinion. If they want to take it, great. If they don't want to take it, whatever, they're going to keep doing whatever they're doing because it's their life, right?
Yeah, well, with Puig, I mean, right, he's been a firecracker, one of the great characters we've had in the last several decades.
Right.
And part of that is because of where he came from, right? I mean, he had to fight for his life to get out from Cuba, right? And so he comes over here, and so we as Americans expect guys to just fit right in and accept our culture and our traditions and the way we do play baseball, all that sort of stuff. And I was around the Dodgers, and there were guys who were like, I don't get him. I just don't get him. And you heard the stories, you read the stories about how Greinke wanted to get off the bus or something. Were you there that day?
I was there.
Isn't that
Yeah.
what happened? Greinke asked to have his luggage taken off the bus or something?
Not entirely, but I would like to keep that story because
In-house.
it wasn't pretty. It wasn't that like it wasn't just a prank, like a rookie prank or something like that. It was just a situation that we had on the bus. But I mean, whatever is out there, I want to leave it at that because I mean that's what I'm talking about. That personalities are way different.
Mm-hmm.
You got Zach Greinke on one side and you got Puig on another side. So I mean, it's the two different dudes, and you have another 10 veterans in this club that have 10 years in the big leagues already. They grew up in the game, like watching something and following some instructions and rules and stuff. When you have a guy coming from a different culture and just enjoying the moment, living life, playing baseball at the highest point of the joy that you can play, sometimes that irritates people,
Mm-hmm.
backflips, the stairs down, the pimping the fly ball when you're catching, and like sometimes that's not what like veterans grew up like watching and how they play in the game. But game is involved, it's evolving, and I mean you're gonna see people doing different stuff every year. You just have to embrace it and actually like not trying to change it, just be okay with it.
I'm with you. I do think we have made strides, Miggy. Like I'm a big guy that, there's a lot of people my age who are like, well, I don't quite get why that guy wants to celebrate that. I love it. I love it. I love anything that brings attention to the sport in a positive way. I mean, it's not guys turning around and pointing at the catcher's face and be like, gotcha. Like that's not what it is. It's just fun. Like I don't know if you saw Albert Pujols pitch the other day.
Yeah, I saw it.
I love that. In fact, we talked to Logan Webb of the Giants about it, and he was like,
Right.
Everybody in the dugout enjoyed it. Like we didn't enjoy getting our asses kicked, but we could laugh at the moment and see that one of the greatest players ever is actually out there smiling. Because the one thing, he's called the machine, right?
Yeah.
He's been emotionless at times throughout his career, and to see him at 42 or whatever he is, to go out there and enjoy this moment, I thought was so special.
Was he throwing to Yadi? Yadi wasn't behind the play, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm trying
question.
to see. I'm trying to see if Yadi was behind the play, but that would have been amazing. Like the relationship that they have over there between the big three, Wino, Albert, and Yadi. It's amazing. It's something that I want to do too. I want to go out there and pitch one day. Like I know he pitched in the right part of the situation where they were winning by a lot of runs. But
Right.
I'm just waiting for a blowout game. Those are going to happen in years like this. To actually have the opportunity to get on the mound and actually throw a couple pitches.
All
I
right.
would
Well,
like to do it.
have you told Donnie that?
I like 60 times already. He haven't been able to let me.
Is it because you're the starting shortstop and
Exactly.
he doesn't want?
I think that's why, because I'm the starting shortstop, and it's not because I'm gonna blow my arm. It's like you're so close to the hitter there.
Yeah, I get
You
it.
can throw a pitch, you can get hit by a comebacker, and there you go. The team just lose the shortstop, and like now what? Like what is a situation like where you're losing your shortstop for like a week or something like that because you put him out and pitch. That's
Okay.
smart. But I've been on Mel Stoudemire and Donnie every single time that we're losing by 8. I mean, haven't been much this year because our club is actually playing pretty good baseball. But yeah, I want to pitch, man.
Okay. Well, so just give us a little foreshadowing. What if you get out there? Are you going to lob it in there like Pujols, or are you going to try and fire it a little bit?
Man, well, you know me a little bit more now than when we started talking, and I'm a competitor.
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna be loving it out there. I'm actually like before the game every single time when the catcher throw to second base, he gave me the ball. I always throw a different pitch to the third baseman. When we like throwing the ball around, I always throw like a little sinker. I always throw like a slider, a curveball, or a changeup or something like that. I feel like if I'm gonna go out there, I'm not gonna pitch inside. That's the only thing that I'm not gonna do. But I'm probably gonna throw some fastballs away, curveballs, and probably a changeup. I'm gonna bring it. I'm not gonna lower it in there.
Forget this 2-pitch mix.
No. I have to have an extra weapon.
I was so happy to see your game last night. A 3-hit game, home run, another extra base hit. I know that the season has not gone the way that you have wanted. What is it like when you're struggling and then you have one of these huge nights? Do you just feel differently?
Yeah, it's definitely nice. It's not just for me, but for the whole team. I feel like day before this team went out there, I didn't play on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a rest day, and the team put up 16 hits, 8 runs. We won 8-2 or something like that. Then I watching that from the bench, Then I say, Tuesday night, I know I'm gonna be in there. It was just an off day. I'm gonna be in there Tuesday night. Last thing I want to do is not contribute for the team, to win. And actually, that off day on Monday helped me understand that this is a team effort. I don't have to put so much pressure on myself of I have to do it every single night. If not, we're not gonna have a chance. We have a different group, and I feel like that's been part of my struggles this year. I feel like I wanted to do it every single night without the help from the rest of my teammates. That's been my mentality, and that's why the struggles are kind of been there for the start of this year, because it's more mentally than anything else, because I'm connecting the ball, I'm hitting it, I'm just not lucky enough to get like these bloopers here and there, so my average can stay up a little bit more. But my numbers are actually kind of the same of 2020 and 2021 on average of like impacting the ball, like hard velocity and stuff like that. It's kind of the same. I'm just having been like lucky, and that's something that when you have a night like I did last night, you feel so much better, because you feel part of the club, and you feel like you're helping the team win. Even when you didn't play the last night, they got 16 hits, you didn't get one of them, but the next day you did something to contribute and for the team to win. It feels amazing, man.
So remember last year I told you that when I watch you in the 8 box, because I'm keeping my eye on as many games as possible, that when you would come up, I wasn't allowed to watch. Remember, I told you that?
Right. You told me that.
So last night, I'm watching in the 8 box, and I go to the bathroom, and I come back, and I see the 8 box is focused on you on the bench, and I see it's 1-0. And sure enough, I missed your home run. So there you go.
You're not allowed to watch my at-bats anymore.
It's why I don't come
around, go away.
It's why I don't come watch the Marlins play when you've been on the West Coast. You've been out in San Diego, you've been in Anaheim. I'm not coming to watch you. I'll come shake your hand. I'll give you a big hug, but that's it.
You guys gonna have to come out when I'm in LA. I think we're coming in August. It's gonna be a fun series. So.
Oh yeah. It'll be important. Well, today's episode of the Rose Rotation is presented to you by our friends over at SeatGeek. So here's what I need you to do. Go to your phone, download it like I did right here, because we are already 6 weeks into the baseball season. We're right in the middle of the conference finals in the NBA. We're in the second round of the NHL playoffs. The NFL schedule just came out recently, so you can buy all your tickets for those games starting in September. And SeatGeek actually does your homework for you. This is the thing I love about the app. It shows you a green dot if they think that it's a really good value seat. Okay, so you're getting your money's worth. You got a good view. You feel great about it. But then it also says, hey, if there's a red dot attached to the seat, maybe it's a little overpriced. Maybe it's not in the best viewing area. Maybe it's next to Chris Rose. Whatever it is, they do their homework for you. In addition to everything else, I want you to save money. So I need you to go download the SeatGeek app on your phone right now. Use the code word ROSE. You're going to get 20% off of your first order at SeatGeek. So once again, if you want to go check out your favorite baseball players, maybe you've heard them on the Rose Rotation or heard us talking about them on Baseball Today, NBA, NHL playoffs, NFL schedule is out. You know all about the college schedule as well. Let SeatGeek do your homework for you, and I promise you will have the best time ever. Download SeatGeek, use the code word ROSE, get 20% off that first purchase. Let's go. So it's been a while since we've talked. Pablo Lopez has been fantastic. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball. And I have to wonder if part of the reason is because he got married on an off day earlier this year. Did you even know that was happening?
That was a strange kind of, because he got I mean, in with these schedules, when you have an off day, all you're doing is kind of sleeping half of the day. The other half of the day you're spending time with the family, with the kids, and whatever you're doing. And then when I wake up, like around noon maybe, I'm watching my phone and I'm seeing pictures of Pablo getting married. I mean, I don't think anybody from our team was there. Like he probably was, like, got away, and got married somewhere here around South Florida, and that was it. That's the beauty of getting married in the middle of the season in an off day. I feel like I'm not gonna credit his success to that day that he got married, but I mean, it's been fun to watch, man. He's been a stopper for us. I remember we lost like 6 in a row. Then we got Pablo in San Diego against the Padres. Great offense. It's difficult to win games over there in the West Coast, especially against a team like that in that ballpark. They drawing a lot of good fans. It was a weekend, I think, and Pablo came up and threw 8 innings, shut out 8 innings, and gave us the opportunity to win that game. I was amazing. And it's been lights out the whole year.
Dude, could you imagine? So yeah, hey, what'd you do on your off day? Yeah, I went to the beach. What'd you do? I just played video games, just hung out. What'd you do? Oh, I got married.
I think between pitchers, I think that was a conversation the next day, to be honest with you, because I don't know. Like, that's something that I wouldn't do.
If I'm
getting married, I'm getting drunk and I'm throwing a party, big party. I'm dancing the whole night and I can't get up the next day. That was how my wedding went.
Where'd you guys get married?
In Venezuela.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Was it a big party?
Big party. I mean, I wasn't even in the big leagues. I was broke. It was my wife's family that put out a great, great setup for us, to enjoy that day. I mean, I got drunk. I danced until like I couldn't I couldn't feel my feet, and I went home and I threw up the rest of the night. And
No, you
had
didn't.
a, yeah,
Miggy,
had a terrible morning the next day. I have to get an IV by my mother-in-law. That wasn't the right way to start a, a marriage.
Miggy.
I did all that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, no, no. I think I had one drink at my wedding.
Just one?
I think so. Because, I mean, I'm not a huge drinker. I like to go out and have fun, but I wasn't one of those guys. And I was the first one of my friends to get married.
Okay.
I was 26 when I got married. And but I mean the night went by so fast, and I remember being exhausted. I usually just don't get really tired. I could barely move. So I can't imagine being drunk and praying to the porcelain god. Miggy, that doesn't sound like you. I'm
man.
kind of impressed.
That was a hell of a night. I have a lot of friends over, my whole family. My family from my dad's side, they're it's a happy family. Like they like to dance, they like to do choreographies and do all the stuff. And I was having such a good time. And instead of drinking water when I was sweating, I was drinking like whatever I was drinking. I think I have the funny part is I have a bartender like right next to me, and instead of him giving me water, he gave me a new glass of champagne or a new glass of whiskey.
We're not hiring that guy anytime soon.
So yeah, at the end of the party, I was like giving away the bottles that they were there. Like I was like giving people like bottles of whiskey to take home and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
That was a great time.
I want to ask you something. You guys signed Jorge Soler in the offseason, and he's been on a pretty good tear lately. And he hits these majestic home runs. So you have your choice to watch one guy hit homers that you've played with.
Wow.
Jorge Soler, Giancarlo Stanton.
Wow. It's a tough question, man. You put me in a really tough part right here because I mean, what G did when I played with him, I mean, I'm seeing glances of like right now I'm seeing glances Soler. When Soler hit those balls at 116 miles per hour, kind of feels the same, because it reached a part of the stadium here in Miami where it's really hard to hit it there, know? Like you're not going to see, when you see the Budweiser sign over there, you're not going to see many balls reaching that, There's people out there that can be safe because like not that many people hit it out there. So what Giancarlo's did for a full season when he won the MVP, that was pretty fun to watch because he was on a tear where he almost hit a homer every single day. And the homers weren't cheapy or really high fly balls that leave the yard just barely. They were like line drive, like leaving the ballpark on that area every single night. And Soler been hitting, I mean, I think he got 6 or 7. He got 3 out there already, So let's say he hit 30 or 25 or 40. I don't know. How many of them are going to land over there? So it's a hard question because I played with Soler for a month and a half now. And I played with D for like 6 years, 5 years or something like that. I feel like that's a big difference, but they're both similar. It's pretty amazing and pretty really nice to see and fun to watch.
Is Soler built like Giancarlo?
No, not as much. Giancarlo was leaner, and I think Giancarlo is leaner. I work out with him in the off season. Soler got a little bit more of muscles,
Like he's got more muscles than Giancarlo.
Yeah, you can see a little bit more of the fat. I don't know the fat of the muscle. I don't know if he's fat or not. But Giancarlo is more cut and leaner. I don't know how to put it exactly, but Soler is built like he got more like body comp, I think.
Okay.
Maybe a body fat. Giancarlo is less. It's less body fat, way less. That's why he looks like he's skinny, like he's cut.
Got it. Did you
not like us,
No, definitely not. I mean,
got a lot of baby fat still.
I'm sorry, you need a shot at this?
Yeah.
What do you need? You need a shot at this right here? Well, today's Rose Rotation is presented to you by our friends over at Manscaped. That's right. We are approaching those summer months, so you want to get all cleaned up. You want to feel nice and refreshed, not only on top, but also south of the equator. Let Manscaped lend a helping hand and then some. All you have to do is follow a few easy steps. So here we go. Grab your handy-dandy Lawnmower 4.0. It gives your boys the classic trim to your liking, gets those loose hairs out of the way. Yeah. Then the crop exfoliator. It is infused with ingredients that can soothe, clear, and keep the skin on and around your groin feeling refreshed, right? You don't want any bumps down there. You don't want to have like a little nick or cut. You're like, damn, that hurts. That's not what's going to happen here. Step 3, get that crop gel. See where you're shaving with the unique clear shaving gel just for the groin. It's got 4 essential oils attached as well. And then, of course, it is time to shave. It is the crop shaver. It's designed for shaving the groin area with confidence. It's got 3 precision blades, including extra wide lubricating strips and a pivoting head for the ultimate groin grooming experience. So that is your 4 steps. It is very simple. It is very nice. It is the ultra smooth package from Manscaped. So here's what you do. You'll get 20% off and free shipping with the code word ROSE at manscaped.com. Once again, that is 20% off and free shipping with the code word ROSE at manscaped.com. So smooth yourself out. You'll be feeling great, and that someone special in your life will say thank you as well.
When was the last time you got a upper body workout?
I did one.
Not like a yoga class or.
No. I lift 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
I do one with a trainer. I do one on my own, and I do one with my wife on the weekends. We do
nice.
Either Saturday or Sunday. We do a lift.
What do you do? Like you do like a full body workout, or
yes, yeah.
So you never go like chest and biceps.
No, I mean like it's a full mix of things. Okay. So it will have I don't have like a bench here, so I put a pad on the ground and I push up my little 35-pound dumbbells just to get enough in there. Just to get the blood pumping.
Yeah, you need to go to a gym one day and rip those 70s,
Hell no. Dude, I'd be tearing pecs left and right. If I had to try to put up a 70, the most I ever put up was I put up a pair of 60-pound dumbbells.
Nice.
And I did bench one time in my life, just to say that I did it. I did put up 225 one time.
225, huh?
Yes.
Nice. Good for you, Chris.
That was probably I'm gonna say that was probably 8 years ago I did it.
Yeah. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late to start.
What do you mean it's too late?
It's too late to start like benching 225 like every other day. Like you're not gonna do that right now.
Is that what you do?
No. I mean, I'm a baseball player, not a guy who wants to go to a competition, a bodybuilder competition. Is it
hard, like for you guys when you're playing every day? Like, do you still lift weights every day? Do you run every day? What do you do?
Well, my routine consists on getting ready I do a prep work for practice and I do a prep work for the game. And that contains a lot of exercises that I do that makes me do like back, core, shoulders, hip, and some lower body. But with my prep, I do like 2 or 3 exercises for 2 sets, and I change those exercises every day. So I feel like I'm actually not lifting weights, but I'm getting my body prepped for the day. And there's days where, let's say, you're not playing that day, or it's a day game and the next day is an off day. So after the game, I work out. I actually do a lift, like a full body lift, where I squat, where I bench, where I pull some rows or something like that, So that way I keep my body actually loose, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to have my body loose, but at the same time, keep the strength that I need to, to hit my homers and like throw the ball hard across the infield. That's kind of my routine, like I'm not a big lifting guy in season.
Aren't you tired? Are you tired at this point of the season?
I'm kind of tired right now, but it's more my legs than anything else. Because, like you have to be on your legs a lot. Upper body, I feel fine. But I mean, it's hard to wake up especially at days like today. We're not playing tomorrow. It's an off day, and you started like kind of like going to the finish line. And every time that you have an off day, that's kind of the finish line, because you know you're giving everything that you have at that moment. You enjoy the off day, and then you start over again. So, yeah.
I don't understand how some of you guys do it. I don't understand what the travel, particularly where you guys are, man. You know, you make these cross-country journeys and all that sort of stuff. Man.
And you see that we play 16 in a row before this homestand. We ended up playing those games. The last game was in Arizona.
Right.
So 16 in a row, that was kind of tough. And when you play 16 in a row, I play like 15 of them, just one off day in the middle. One off day, and it's not even an off day because you have to go to the ballpark, you have to put your uniform on, you have to be on the bench waiting to see if someone's gonna get hurt or whatever, you know, and you end up like going to the ballpark 16 in a row. Not rest.
Hey, you know, we like to have a ton of fun around here at the Rose Rotation, but I want to talk to you about something serious. It's your declining testosterone levels. Now, most people don't want to talk about that. And yeah, I might look like a chiseled stud at age 51, but my T levels are going down. So you know what? I need a little help. I GetRoman.com/JohnBoy, and off you go, because testosterone is a huge, important part of a man's body and health. So it's important to start supporting yourself early. You take dietary supplements. It's a way to aid your body's natural function if you feel like diet and exercise aren't enough. And it's going to help men maintain their body's natural testosterone production. Here's the cool thing. Roman has in-house doctors that are always working on this formula, always tweaking things. So they've got ashwagandha that helps support healthy testosterone levels. It's got magnesium to support muscular health. It's got vitamin D, which is a fat-soluble vitamin. It plays a role in bone health and supports several cellular processes. And zinc, that's an important trace mineral in your body that plays a role in muscle development. So here's what you do. GetRoman.com/JohnBoy. You go do that today. If approved, you're going to get $15 off your first order of Roman Tea support. That is GetRoman.com/JohnBoy. GetRoman.com/JohnBoy to get that important health support. We got a little special surprise for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, your double play partner, Jazz, has shown up. He joined us about a year ago, I think, on this show. So he's tuning in. He's connecting right now. This is going to be good. He's joining us from Jazz's iPad, in case everybody's curious. Yeah. How's my guy doing? He looks like he's having fun this year.
Jazz has been our half a month and a half MVP so far. He's been carrying the team. What he's been doing since the beginning of the year, where I mean, man, I'm proud of this guy because of the situations that he got put on early in the year. He was sitting in the bottom of the lineup. Maybe, you know, like team was a little bit like they thought the team was going to be, you know, more balanced with Soler at the top of the lineup, and that didn't work out really well. And we actually make the transition to Jazz being the leadoff guy, and he's been dealing with that really well. And like I say, he's been our MVP so far.
That's good. Well, I think he's connected. So let's see. He'll have to unmute himself and then do the old video thing. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
What's up?
Jazz, how you been, man?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. So I want to fill you in on something. We were talking about Albert Pujols getting a chance to pitch against the Giants the other night, which was awesome for baseball. And Miggy's like, man, I bothered Donnie like 50 times. Give me the scouting report whenever Miggy is going to get out there, because it'll happen before he retires. What are we going to see on the mound?
Oof, man, you might see his little noodles arm out there. You know, he gonna throw the changeup a lot. He loves his changeup. He likes it. Yeah. He might throw a little cutter now and then. You never know. The little floater. I wish he goes underhand though. He got to throw one underhand.
Yeah, I told you, Chris. I told you I'm not gonna be easy to deceive that right there. I'm gonna be throwing my changeup. You know, my fastball is not gonna reach out because I got a noodles arms. But
the noodles.
But yeah, I'm gonna be featuring a lot of pitches.
Hey, Jazz. So what do we got working? What's the hair looking like these days?
Oh, it's blue right now. I'm actually about to take this out. I just didn't want to look crazy on camera, so I'm waiting until we're done with the podcast to take this out.
Why?
It's
You're
blue, though.
good. So what's next?
We'll see. It's still gonna be blue, but I'm gonna just do a different hairstyle.
Okay. All right. So I think you've become one of the most exciting players in baseball. Like, we knew that you had something special last year working, but now it seems like you've taken it to a different stratosphere. What, in your opinion, is the difference between swaggy and cocky?
Mm.
Is there a difference?
There's a lot of similarities. I feel like there's a lot of similarities, but I feel like being cocky is more of like arrogance. Like there's an arrogant thing behind it. Like, but I feel like being swaggy is just like you just enjoying it and having fun and being yourself. Like there's no matter in it. So like with me, I feel like I'm swaggy. Like I'm just out there having fun and like I don't really care. Like I'm just out there having fun in my own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out there enjoying the game every second of it and doing what I like to do. And I feel like being cocky is more of a like you're just like more of like I don't like a real like I don't care and not in a fun way. It's just like I don't care. I'm just here because I can be type thing.
Miggy, do you think that guys mistake Jazz's, whether it's the Euro step on the home run or something else? Or do you think people have accepted it now that just, hey, that's just Jazz?
I mean, the thing is a process, in the big leagues, you're gonna face a lot of guys being like we was talking about the being in the mindset of the old school for so long. And there we got so many like young stars right now in the game that are doing their own thing without like getting on the opposition kind of way. If just want to do an arrow step every time he hit a home run without like disrespecting anybody in the other dugout or disrespecting the teammates or anybody over there, why it have to be like missing? That's what I feel like. He's gonna enjoy the game. As soon as he start like doing something that is kind of crossing the line on some people, they're gonna let him know. They're gonna be like maybe getting a hit by pitch here and there, or maybe it's gonna have a tough conversation with a veteran in the other club, because Jazz is a guy who likes to talk and have a good relationship with the other team. And I'm pretty sure if he's doing something that is kind of disrespecting the others, they're gonna talk to him. They're not gonna let him be just a clown out there. And we're not gonna let him be that kind of guy. But I mean, one of the things that he always say, I'm gonna enjoy my life, bro, and I'm just gonna enjoy playing the game. And hey, be you, man, because we need that. And with a guy like you, we're better. So that's what I always say.
That sounds about right. Jazz, you've made it when you have little kids that are popping chains showing up with your T-shirt on. And I loved seeing, I think that was out in Anaheim maybe earlier this year.
Yeah.
When you saw that kid and you brought him onto the field, man, do you know, I mean, you might have changed that kid's entire life. You might have given him a confidence boost. Like, look at him.
I mean, yeah, like I saw his sign during BP and it was, the sign said, "How you like my chain?" It was one sign that said, "How you like my chain?" And I came all the way from, I can't remember exactly where he came from to see me play. But the other one the one that caught my attention was how you like my chain. And I saw the chain and I was like, man, like that's a swaggy chain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he was wearing the jersey backwards and everything. Like he was just being himself and having fun and like enjoying the time out there. So I was like, wow, like that's just cool to me to see someone do all that, just to come see me play.
Was that the same trip that Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Dude, he had his own Jazz T-shirt.
Yeah, the Smooth Jazz T-shirt. It's funny because he told me that he sent his kids to school, and that was last year when they first came out.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
I remember I was talking to him last year, and he said that he sent them to school in it.
I didn't even notice the S as the jazz note.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. That is fresh.
It's fun, man. It's fun because I mean we're getting all this attention just because of the way jazz play,
Yep.
and that's amazing. And we're getting superstars in different things of life, like not just baseball players paying attention to what he's doing. We're seeing actors, we're seeing singers, and
Yeah.
like all of a sudden we're gonna see the Marlins pack of stars just
Man.
because of, the way that he plays every day. And hopefully we can continue to do that because it's fun when we see a lot of fans, right?
Yeah, it's super fun seeing all the fans and all the stars come out. Like I really enjoy that. Like when I see someone in the crowd, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's dope!" Like they came out to watch the game, and then you go and look on Instagram or something, and they tag you in something, and you'd be like, "Wow, like that person just tagged me in this," and I used to watch them on TV or I listen to their music. So it's pretty
Really
cool.
cool.
Who's the one that you've kind of been starstruck around? Is there somebody?
I haven't been starstruck yet. I would say not like as in like someone came to the game that I didn't know was coming to the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I've gotten starstruck. That hasn't happened yet. So hopefully it does happen soon.
Well, you know where the All-Star game is this year?
And I'm there. Right, Miggy?
Right.
Let 'em
We
know.
was talking about this last night. It was a pitching change in the middle of the inning, and you kind of know where you are, like, I mean, you have an opportunity to be on an All-Star this year, like Jazz it is right now. I'm probably gonna be hanging out in Bahamas. I told him, hey, you know what? We have a 3 days break because we're gonna have to come back and play the Rangers, one of the makeup games, the last day. But I say, hey, yes, I'm in Bahamas. I'm coming to your place. You better hook me up there with the like good places to eat or something like that. And I say, you're not going there because you're gonna be playing in LA. And he say, yeah, I'm there if they want me, And I say, no, fuck no, you're gonna be playing in LA, that's gonna be the goal. And he say, yeah, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
Well, how important is it for you to make that?
Very. Like I want to make the All-Star team just because I know how much work I put in. You know what I mean? Like, and I already like how many Hall of Famers do you know without an All-Star game that hasn't been to the All-Star game? Not any. So I want to start it now. Start the streak now.
And to have it in LA, that wouldn't be bad.
First one in LA. Man.
I might have to be your chaperone since this is where I live. I mean, I'm going to have to be in charge of making sure that you get in and, that you make curfew and stuff like that.
There's a curfew?
I'm kidding. Come on, dude. This is LA.
I'm about to say, we're in the big leagues.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to do, Rosie. A curfew in the big leagues. That's gonna be
very
tough.
hard.
All right. I have a question.
Hey, let's keep it as a goal. We still have to play another month and a half.
There you go.
Have to play on the same level. Have to
Right.
play on the same level and fucking like compete
Keep
every single day and continue to win games. You're gonna be in the All-Star break if our team is over 500 and playing really good. Trust me, because you're gonna be winning for sure.
All right, I like that. Good captain speech. Jazz, what's the bigger number? Your number of gloves that you have, or the number of shoes Miggy has in his locker?
Ooh, that's a close one. Honestly,
yeah. I think that's close.
Like that's close. Like I think Miggy might have more shoes than I have gloves. Yeah, how many shoes you got in your locker? Like 14?
Well, right now in my locker I have like 11. I don't think I can fit that many shoes in my locker because
I have 11 too. I have like 11 or 12.
There you go. Yeah.
So I would say gloves then, because I definitely have over 12 gloves.
All right, so we've got the whole ice cream thing working with the gloves.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? I mean, does somebody get to help you design that? What is it?
My favorite? Well, let's just say I make it to LA. You guys will see my main design.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's breaking news right here.
Big news here.
on the Chris Rose rotation. There you
Okay.
go.
So out of the ones that you have displayed already, do you have a favorite flavor?
The blue one. I love the blue one.
And what is that called?
It's the Push and Pea. It's called the Push and Pea ice cream glove because it's blue. The Push and Pea blueberry ice cream glove.
Like, do other guys want to borrow it because they look so good?
I mean, everybody has to use what a lot of guys in the big leagues are signed to companies, so they can't really go out there and use different gloves.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I think Luke Weaver uses them, but he has the Holy Bible one that we make. But nobody even realized it though. He'll be back this year, and you guys will see it though. We made him a Holy Bible glove.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. The glove looks like a Bible.
That's interesting.
Sick. Yeah, it's sick.
Okay.
He wanted to go with that design. They did a great job on it.
Yeah.
I could say that. It's an amazing glove. I can't wait till you guys see it, honestly.
Nice. I love it. You better bust it out here on the Rose rotation. I want to see that thing. You send us a photo.
I got you.
All right. There's been a lot of talk, guys, about the baseball being dead. I know, Jazz, you're going to hate me for this, but you hit a ball on the West Coast. I forget if it was San Diego or Arizona or whatever.
San Diego.
Dude, by the expression on your face, you thought it was 15 rows deep.
Oh, man.
What happened?
Well, I had two that game. I had my first at bat that game. I hit the ball 108 to left center field, and it was caught at the warning track. And then my last at bat that game, I hit a ball 103, caught at the warning track, right center field. And I was like, I don't think I can hit a baseball better than those two balls I just hit today. You know, like and all of them are like changeups and splitters. You know what I mean? Like, Darvish is pitching. Like, it's already hard enough to hit a baseball. You know what I mean? So to decrease the ball flight and not get rewarded for when you do barrel up a ball is hard.
Miggy, did you have to go talk to him afterward?
Yeah, well, not really, because
it gave me a hug.
when things like that happen, I mean, you, like you say, you have to get rewarded. Maybe not a homer, but at least a double. You know, like you hit a ball 108. You know how hard it is to hit a ball. I don't think I have hit a ball like in the air like that at 108 yet in my career. You know, like it's hard to do things like what Jazz does, what Soler do. And Soler the other day hit a ball here at 107 to the right center field. And the right center field, it wasn't even in the warning track. He caught the ball like on the artificial graph that we have. And I mean, it blows your mind, because when you hit a ball like that, you have to get rewarded, you know, not just with like analytic numbers, but for yourself. Just hit a ball last night, left center, and the guy kind of back it up on the ball. Like he was going to the wall and then came back and catch it like almost in the warning track, because
he was on the warning track.
It was in the warning track, and we don't know what's going on. I mean, that's something that is kind of weird, because in 19, those balls were like over, like on the second deck. Now it's not like that anymore. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah, it makes me want to cry sometimes.
All right. Well, I don't want to make you cry. Does the ball feel different? Does the ball feel different in your hands, or no? Can you guys tell?
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell when the ball changes. Like, you can feel the laces on them. They're a little bit thicker. Like, it's a little bit like bigger, bulkier. Like, not bigger as in that, but like the laces are bigger for sure.
Maybe what this is my take on this. Maybe they're not changing the ball on purpose, but that where they make it, they're not making it the same. They're not tying the ball the same. Because I remember when I got to the big leagues, I know it was a long time ago, in 2014. You can feel the difference between a regular baseball in the minor leagues, in AA and AAA where I play. The seams were huge on the ball. When I got to the big leagues, I feel like the ball, I need to put paint on my glove to be able to grab this ball, because it was like literally no seams on the ball. The seams were too tight that feels like it was part of the baseball. Now the seams are huge, and you see balls that kind of hurting people's finger. Pitcher.
I got one on my finger now.
Yeah. See that?
Ooh. That's just from throwing the baseball?
That's from
the
throwing
seams
only.
of the
That's not
the
even
ball.
swinging.
Man,
And I play infield.
I think that's the difference. I don't think that's is like really they want to change the ball. I think it's just the company that they're not making the same baseball. You know, they're not tying it like the same.
They
interesting.
need to tie that down. I remember that though. When I was in 2018, I think I went to the fall league and we used big league baseballs, bro. And like my first like 4 days of like going to practice for the fall league with those balls, I couldn't throw a ball straight to first base to save my life. Like the ball was so tight and like no laces. I was like, wow. And it was easier to throw too. Like you throw it and it was going. Like now I gotta really like try to focus on like back spinning a ball over there. Because any little sudden movement, the ball is gonna go somewhere.
Wow. Interesting. I want to ask you guys one other thing, then we'll spin the wheel and let you guys get ready for the Nationals. I know this isn't a great thing. In San Diego, unfortunately, you lost on a walk-off to Jorge Alfaro, who was your teammate. And now he's got the most luscious hair going. Like when he and Minaya are the battery, it's like beauty hair or something.
What a hair. What a hair day.
Okay.
That's a flow.
When a guy like that, who you've played with and are friendly with, hits a walk-off homer, do you say anything as he's rounding the bases? Do you motherfuck him? What happens?
100% I did.
Did you?
Oh man, I was so mad. I know he's a friend of mine, but at the same time, I really hate losing. Like especially on a walk-off. Like if you walk me off the field, I'm heated. Like I don't care if I went 4 for 4 that day. I don't care if I hit a homer that day, but when you walk me off, like I am like in flares of flames. I'm mad. So like I don't care who you are. You could be my twin brother around those bases. I want to beat you up at that point if you're my twin brother. But like I was mad. Happy for him after, but mad. Like good to see you doing well, but still mad that you just did that to us.
Miggy?
Yeah, man, one pitch away from winning the game, and at the time we was like in this stretch where we could have even up the series there. You know, that was a bummer because it was a fly day. You know, like we was going to Arizona, we was feeling pretty good. Up 2 in the 9, he could have popped the ball up. You know, in another situation. I feel like a lot of emotions going through my head at that point. Feel bad about Sulzer that was pitching that day. Got the opportunity to close the game. I feel bad about him. I wasn't really focused on Jorge. He hit the ball and I knew it was a homer. Happy for him at the end. But at the end of the day, I was focusing on how bad Sulzer have to be feeling right now, you know, to hang that slider right there. So, nothing else than move on, get a drink, and jump on the bus and,
hey,
you know.
We already heard your drink story earlier in the show. I don't want to go back to that.
Jazz, I missed the drink story?
Oh, yeah. Do you know that my man at his wedding got so drunk he spent the entire night throwing up?
Dang. Upsetting. That's upsetting.
But I had a great time, you know. I had a great time. I was on the mic. I was on the wedding. I was on the mic.
I could see it. I could see it for sure.
Then after that, I went home. I threw up the rest of the night.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like me when I have my wedding, probably at 40. That's gonna be me. Like, bro, I'm gonna enjoy it. You have to throw up a DJ party too at the same time. I'm gonna be the DJ, everything at the wedding. It's gonna be fun.
I can't wait. All right, let's spin the wheel to see what shots we're gonna do when we're together in LA for the All-Star game. Actually, no, that's not it.
Oh.
Let's see here. Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Ooh.
How'd you meet that someone special in your life? Miggy, where'd you meet your wife?
So I meet my wife in a baseball game in Caracas, Venezuela. It was in a baseball game. She was there, and I got the opportunity to see her on the stands with her family.
Ooh.
And we got to meet up after the game, like not the same day, but in a couple of days from that. So baseball have given me almost everything in my life.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
I don't want to pry too much into Jazz's life. I don't know where he is with the.
I don't have one of those.
Okay, so I'm going to get you a different one. Opening wage. What was your first paid job?
Baseball.
You didn't do anything growing up?
Not like working wise. I never worked. I never even caught a bus. Not in the Bahamas, at least.
No.
Well, no, never. Still haven't caught a bus. Like my grandparents was really strict on stuff like that, and like they didn't want me to work. They wanted me to focus on school. They wanted me to focus on whatever I wanted to do in life. So I was basically like gym, school, and I was doing every sport in school. So I didn't have time to work. So I was just focusing on that stuff. Like honestly,
it's okay. It's a good answer. I like that.
So,
You were
yeah,
working on your Euro step celebration.
Yeah.
What was your first job, Rosie?
My first job, I was very fortunate. I was a ball boy for the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good one. I was in between my junior and senior year in high school.
So you were part of the what was the? Oh no, Waterboy was in the Cleveland Browns.
And by the way, this is when I'm so old. The Browns were actually good when I was growing up. They were, they were legit. Like every year competing for the Super Bowl. They never made it, but they made it the AFC Championship 3 times in 4 years. They were really good, and so I was around my heroes growing up.
Who were they losing to? The Bears?
No, the Broncos. John Elway.
Oof.
Yeah, all 3 of those years, the Broncos got him, preventing him from going to the Super Bowl.
Wow,
tough one.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll be all right, guys. Don't worry about me. Jazz, I really appreciate you hanging out with us a little bit. It's good to catch up, and hopefully I'll see you in mid-July out in Los Angeles, if you know what I mean.
Not hopefully, you will.
See, that's what I like. That's what I like.
You
I
definitely
will see you in Los Angeles in mid-July, and that's when Miggy's going to take his family down to your crib in the Bahamas, and you're going to get all set up.
I got him. Free hotel.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Miggy, good catching up with you. We'll do this again in the next few weeks in the month of June, if that's all right.
For sure, my brother. Thank you again, and hi to all the people that is being welcome me on the stadiums. Keep enjoying the Rose rotation. We're doing just for you guys, and thank you for all the fans that are on the ballparks and tell me like they enjoy me on the Rose rotation. I always keep you on my heart.
I hear you. I hear you. Special shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the one and only Robbie Scirocco, for the Marlins double play combination of Miguel Rojas and Jazz Chisholm, whom we will see at the All-Star Game in Los Angeles. I'm Chris Rose. We'll catch you next time on the Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media.